happy Wednesday. I have some weird stuff on my face because I'm sitting in front of a window and the sun is hitting it just right. So this week my topic was gratitude. Gratitude, thankfulness, being happy with what you have, being thankful for your struggles because you know that it's kind of made you who you are, into who you are today. So I feel like, that's how I look at things. So I have 3 things that I covered. So like if you want to practice gratitude easily, if you want to be able to do that easily and kind of get started with that, I have 3 ways that you can do that, and that will help you. Because sometimes people get lost. You could do like a gratitude journal. That's really good, or just like write lists of things that you're grateful for or whatever. But if you don't want to do any of that, I just have 3 simple things to do. Okay, these are things that have worked for me, because sometimes I'm just not in the mood to journal about things. But I don't know, it kind of depends. Like if I'm really focused, then I can. But if it's something that I have to do like every day for something like that, it's just not, I'm too busy. So I don't know, that's just me. So okay, the first one is mindfulness. Okay, so mindfulness is something that you can do anywhere, but that's something that's going to help you because it allows you to focus on what's happening. So when you're being mindful, it's like meditating. Okay, you're not worried about the past or anything that's happened, with any kind of memories or anything. You're not focused on that. You're not worried about it. You're not thinking about it. You're also not thinking about the future or worrying about the future because that's something that hasn't happened yet. You don't know how it's going to go. There's no point in worrying and stressing about it because you don't know what's going to happen. You can make guesses on what's going to happen, but we don't know for sure. So it's not going to do that either. Mindfulness is being in the present moment, what's happening right now, right this second. Right now, I'm making a video and I'm talking and I'm sharing and moving my hand in a really weird way, but I'm not worried about what's going to happen after or what I did earlier or if I said something funny. So that is mindfulness, is being in the moment. And that allows you to focus on things that are actually happening and, bring more awareness to what's going on, more awareness to how you might be feeling, more focus on, like I said, just things that are happening in real time at the moment. Because when you're too focused on what's going to happen in the future, then you worry and you stress. When you're focused on what's happened in the past, then you kind of get stressed and you get like resentful and then you have guilt and all these other things. But we don't want that. So what's happening in the present moment? That will lead me to my next one, which is appreciate the little things. So if you're, let's say you're just sitting somewhere, you're just like on the couch in your house or something, and then, you're mindful, you're being thankful for things, you can notice, just be thankful for the fact that you can just sit in silence. Appreciate the little things. Doesn't have to be grand, doesn't have to be like, I'm so thankful for blah, it's like, that's, no. Little things. Little things that happen. Maybe they don't happen every day. Maybe somebody smiled at you when you were walking to work. Maybe somebody paid for your coffee in front of you in line at Starbucks. Maybe somebody, a friend called you that you haven't talked to in a long time. Maybe your child drew a picture just for you. Just little things like that. Or the fact that you have a roof over your head and a bed to sleep in and a car to drive to work or something. Like this little things. Little thing, being able to just sit outside and drink a cup of coffee or just sit and watch your favorite TV show. Little things like that, because there's always something to be thankful for. I feel like we get kind of caught up in things and thinking that, well, I don't have this, or well, I don't have that, or my partner is still out, homeless. And obviously that sucks, okay, because I've been there, I get it. Obviously it's terrible. But there's this, mentality that at least I've had that like, well, I can't be happy until all of these things are happening. All of the, like he's sober and we have our own place and, this and that and I have this and blah, blah, blah. Like I reach these milestones. Like no. And I've read about that and I've also experienced it because I remember when I first started going to Narna meetings, there was this passage that was like, we all have these terrible things happening to us, like this person's son is in jail for, 20 years and this person's, husband is homeless, living in a tent or something. But everybody here at the meeting is like happy and smiling and laughing. Like, what is wrong with them? Like, don't they understand what's happening? But that's the thing, is that they do, and they realize that they are not in control of it. They are powerless over it. They are only in control of their lives, which is true. And that's the thing, you learn a lot of stuff at Narana meetings, and I did too, and I wanted to branch out and learn even more stuff. But Yeah, it's just the point. It's like, it's all about your perspective, and it's all about, what you choose to focus on. So if you want to focus on all the bad things, like that person that cut you off, or, something big, your partner is still in active addiction, and, you don't know when it's going to stop, and things are just crazy, and you have to, do this. And yeah, we don't want to focus on that, because it just makes you feel worse. Because then you just start thinking about all the terrible things that are going to happen, and you start thinking terrible things are going to happen in the future, and we don't want that. Right now, you're just chilling. Focus on things that are happening right now. Be thankful for the little things. Final thing. Be thankful for the challenges, which is another thing, like it's really easy to focus on, I'm going through all this stuff and it's so terrible and it's making me tired and stressed out. But like, I thought that too. I used to be frustrated. Like, why am I going through all this? It's stupid. Like, I could do so much other things with my time. Like, I look back and I'm like, why did I spend all those years stressing? That's the thing though, is that like, it makes you into a better person, because you learn so much more about yourself. You learn how you respond under pressure. You learn how you respond to certain things. You learn how, what you say influences relationships, and what kind of boundaries you want. What, you want your life to look like. What healthy love looks like, because what you don't want in healthy, like you can find so many things. You have to be thankful for the challenges, because there are so many things that you can be thankful for. Like, now I'm really happy that I experienced, the active addiction and everything. Like, yeah, it sucked in the moment, and looking back, it's still pretty terrible, but I'm grateful for going through it, because I learned so much about myself. I'm a completely different person than I was before all of this, in a good way. So, like you go through that, and you learn what it means to be content and happy, and you learn what it means to be like appreciative of everything, because if there's one thing I learned in this whole thing, it's that, nothing is guaranteed. You have no idea what's going to happen. Like, I thought that there were times where he just wasn't going to make it or something, like you just don't know. There's just so many bad things happening. But it makes me appreciative, because now that things are going well, I want to appreciate that. And sure, nothing is guaranteed, but I want to appreciate how things are right now, because it's the same with anyone. Like, who knows what's going to happen? Nothing is guaranteed. Just because I don't have addiction doesn't mean that things are guaranteed for me either. So, like I said, it's just important to appreciate the little things. Be thankful for the challenges, because that's making you into a different person, a better person, as long as you keep an eye on it and you work on it. And be mindful, because there are always lots of things to be grateful for. Be mindful in the moment. We don't need to worry. We don't need to stress. That's just adding more things that we need to be getting rid of. We want a clear head. We want to be able to focus on ourselves. Turn it back inward, focus on ourselves. Okay? So now, to end this out, I have a quote on gratitude. I try to use different ones for everything. So this is the quote for the video. It's by Ziglar, I'm not sure. Gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. The more you express gratitude for what you have, the more likely you will have even more to express gratitude for. And that's true. Focusing on the good thing, you feel like more good things come, because that's what you're focused on. But if you're like, like I said, somebody cut me off, and then I'm just like, God, everything just sucks. Everything's terrible. Then I'm just going to keep finding things that suck and that I don't like. I don't want to live like that. So instead, if you focus on good things, like, wow, this person was so nice to me today, then you get put into that mentality of just finding more things to be happy about. Wow, look at it, the sunset's so pretty today. Just like little things like that. You just like, it sounds so cliche and dumb, but it really does work. Okay, I don't know about you, but I would rather be focused on good things. Okay, even if they're little, because I could focus on bad things that are little too, and that doesn't help me, and it makes me feel bad. So yeah, these are the things that I use to practice gratitude. I use different things, but those are 3 really good ones. If you have anything that you would like to add that helps you feel thankful or express gratitude, let me know. Let me know if there's anything that you have to add on to that, because I always like to learn. And if you have any questions or comments or anything, let me know that too. And I will see you next time.